When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So Vanderbilt's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Running back searching for a hole. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Commodores will hustle to the line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Wants to go up top. Firing toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Aggies offense has the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's the pressure. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back to pass. It's O'Neal. Got the back over the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Commodores are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? It's a reverse. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gonna run it. It's Berry. Nice move to pick up yardage. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's O'Neal. Snags it over the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Grabs it in the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
A little release to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Quick strike through the air for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. They're trailing by 10 to Missouri. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played 1 quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Finds his man, it's Rogers. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a 1st down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Nice move there. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They'll go to the ground. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. He might want another play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Got him downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
Well, a really nice catch there. And I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. to the ground with the back. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
The Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Vandy. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back. A guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Let's go! Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wants to throw it. He's got him. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. And the Commodores in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Going over the top. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half.
The Commodores will line up to kick off and start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The throw to the outside is complete. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel.
Turning it on. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Jefferson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Really good zone coverage. I think really good understanding to start the play. 3rd down, reads pass, linebacker breaks on the football in zone coverage, knocks the ball down and forces the 4th down.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas is on the ropes, and for all the hype around this program, maybe the most fertile recruiting base in football, it's clear this program is not back. They're trailing by 17 to Missouri. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, At least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on third down, as they've got a first at the 32.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
They're working that left side. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hits him in stride at the 10. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Gonna look downfield again. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Vandy. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's O'Neal. Quick strike complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Illegal blocking back.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Quarterback making checks. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Catch in the middle, it's Jefferson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw. It's O'Neal. He's got it down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They go to the ground. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
He's got an open man. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The give and tick, 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 tick. And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Texas has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared. And at this level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 33 to Missouri. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Going to swing it on second down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the Commodores will have it 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And
he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Off play action. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.